see you. What's up, welcome to the channel where I talk you listen. I'm your host Anonymous, and today we are going to be watching some of my favorite fights in all of anime. I'm going to be watching 4 different videos today based off of pure cinema. I'm really just going to be watching, slowing them down, breaking down my favorite parts of the videos. And yeah. First up on this list, we have this fight from Mob Psycho 100, the teleporter guy. Yes, I love this fight simply because it's super choreographed, intense action, and the scale of which things happen feel heavy. You know, all of the attacks, all of the motions feel like they were meant to be there. And the director of this fight sequence, I feel like, just knocked it out of the park with the direction and the animation. Really like amped up this fight. And so this is one of my favorite fights. Oh, I don't even have my earbuds in all of anime. Now, I wouldn't say that these are my like all-time favorite, but I will say that I really like these fights here. And I just feel like hand to hand is just, you know what? Let's just watch. Let's just stop. Look at that. Amazing. Just slow it down. Slow it down. Let's see. Let's really watch what's happening here. How is all of this? Ooh, the audio is really bad here. Okay. I just want to like really analyze like the level of detail in the animation that it takes to really like feel like this fight is happening in a fast-paced kind of way. And this guy is badass, by the way. This whole thing, he's taking on what, 5 or 6 people all at once. Crazy. And it is in slow motion, so we are seeing it at a relatively slower pace than what it would be normally, which is fine because the whole point of this is to like see what's happening and watch it happen. There's this guy with his telekinesis powers. His hair looks way better like this. It's really the pure fact that there's so many things happening on screen at once. This is one of the things I love about this show, their ability to have multiple characters on screen at the same time. Not only, oh, this is my favorite. Before I get to this part, not only are they talking and still fighting, but the stakes still feel like they matter as well, right? Like when you watch certain fights, I'll give an example, like Bleach, for instance, right? They'll fight, then they'll talk. They'll drop the exposition after they've like come to blow, right? And then they'll continue talking and then go to a backstory and then fight again. Same thing with One Piece, you know, that kind of stuff. But this is happening all at once, and it's fire. Just the simple fact that this guy uses teleportation in this way makes me want to have teleportation powers. I love this scene too. Getting knocked into buildings is wild. And this is what I'm talking about. Look at the building. Like the destruction levels are crazy. All right. So that's that fight. I love that fight. I watch that fight all the time. If I'm talking to some people about like what's one of the best anime fights, in my opinion, I'd bring that one up. That's dope. Then we have this one here. This is from Boruto. This is Naruto and Sasuke. As adults fighting to save the world. And so yeah, this is another fight that I feel as though is top notch. This is straight hand-to-hand combat and straight blasts. Look how fast they're moving. And again, this one is also slowed down as well. Look at that! Look at that! That choreography is crazy. I love seeing like stuff like this where there's just one frame and they're going back to back and back to back. This is real animation right here. This is that is pure animation, pure 2D, no BS animation. Like this right here. Ooh, look at that. Every time I watch this, I get hyped because it's so good. I mean, they're really just throwing hands and dodging back to back. This is pure cinema right now. And then the way that they use their powers in combination with one another to beat this enemy is fantastic. I mean, look at this. Another one of those one-shot scenes where motion is constantly happening. Crazy. In my opinion, Naruto has always had some of the best choreographed fight scenes in all of anime, right? There are countless fights that I can recall that make you feel like these guys are true ninjas. Like they're doing some sort of jitsu, kung fu, something's going on here, and it's fantastic. Okay, next on the list. Another one of my favorites is Gogeta versus Broly from the Broly movie. This is another one that just is like pure cinema. They're throwing hands. Now, again, one thing I will say is that it is kind of like 3D animated, which I'm not a huge fan of, especially like in this. I feel like we've been watching Dragon Ball be 2D for as long as we can remember, and 3D in video games. But now they've seemed to cross over. And you know what? I'm not gonna act like I'm an old man, right? It's fair. The new technology, why not take advantage of it and make something easier on yourself or on the animators who are animating this actually and getting paid as little as possible. That's not the point of this video. But look at this. This is crazy. Look at all those blasts. Hold on, go back. Look, he's just dodging. Crazy. I don't even know how many frames it would take to do that. Anything that has crazy amounts of light particles and high intense energy and straight 2D fight scenes, like hand-to-hand combat, is crazy to me. It's wild. I feel like all of these characters just really know how to throw hands, right? And the way that I don't even like, can you even fathom the level of understanding that you need to have to make this color scheme look good? I mean, there are so many different colors happening on the screen at once that it feels like it might not work if like the wrong person was in charge. And like, look at this, they're fighting in like a different dimension now. This almost feels like Dragon Ball Z Budokai. I'm waiting for the day where I can look at the game and see these kinds of visuals, and like every fight feels like a cutscene. That's what I'm talking about. This fight also is so long. Like literally, I feel like the last 30 to 20 minutes of the film is just straight hands. They have crazy durability, crazy stamina. I don't feel like a lot of other characters from other animes would be able to stand up to Goku or Broly. And I'm not saying that just because like it's Goku, no one can beat him. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like the fact of the matter is they have a high experience in fighting, right? They fight all of the time, and so it comes naturally that they would prolong fights as long as they possibly could to get stronger or to just fight for as long as possible. Psychopaths. All right, so the last one on this list is from Infinity War, or God, Infinity Castle, Demon Slayer, Tanjiro versus Akaza. Now this fight, very much like the fight at the end of the entertainment arc, is bittersweet. I love the fact that they have like two people fighting one demon. That's how strong he is. It takes two people to fight him, and I think that, well, clearly whoever put this on the internet is not doing this justice. I'm not even sure that I should be watching this now that I see how it's being portrayed on the internet. Maybe I'll just talk about this fight rather than, because I don't know if I'll be able to even post this video now that I'm looking at this. But look at this. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful design. Maybe I'll play a little bit here and there. I don't know. People don't give Demon Slayer enough credit. They feel as though the animation by itself is what's carrying the show. But from what we know, animation isn't everything. It can't give longevity without some sort of complex storytelling. It needs to have an element of surprise and suspense and all this other stuff to make it great. And I feel like Demon Slayer does all of those things so well. Mind you, it's not like an original story, but the way that it is portrayed, the time that it released, the time that it got an anime, made the show as popular as it is. All of those things matter. But I've just, I really do like this fight. I really think that it is one of the best in the series. I think that this fight shows deeply how the stakes in this show actually matter. If you watch the movie, then you know that stakes do matter. I feel as though anything that describes itself as a war, characters who are in war, there needs to be some sort of sacrifice or stake element that kind of like helps pull on the heartstrings, makes you feel as though like you're immersed in what's happening. I feel like some shows get away with calling like their final arc a war and then not sacrificing any of the loved characters. I feel like, yeah, it needs to be a good balance, in my opinion. And yeah, this show is nothing but stakes, right? It's not really hand to hand. They're using swords with magical abilities, but it is amazing. So those are 4 different animes that 4 different anime fights that I love, that I go back to constantly, reference them, show other people what it's about. Yeah. Well, that's my video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more videos just like this, and I'll see you in the next video. Be nice to each other out there. Show your boys some love, and peace.